Hello everybody, it's QuirkyKirk, and I come to you with hands. Yeah, I actually got a brand new camera so we can start doing some tech demos and product reviews and some other good stuff. This is the first time I'm ever actually recording with it, with both audio and the camera itself. So I'm kind of figuring stuff out as we go along, but I thought today would be fun because I've been using this device, the Ayn Odin Lite, for anyone interested, for a little while now, and it is a very competent Android device, and I've been using it primarily as a thin client to stream to my big box server that we've done a few videos on at this point. But I have one major gripe with it. The sticks are not super great. And the left one has this god-awful clicking sound. I know it's not going to show up on the microphone I'm using right now, but it sounds like it's grinding spring against springs. So I've been kind of holding off on replacing them because everybody's like, oh, you know, you can get other Switch joysticks, but those are going to drift. And I'm pretty sure these are just straight up Switch Joy-Con joysticks anyway. However, there are two products on the market as of today that I've heard really good things about. One of them was just announced very recently. Retroid, another Android handheld manufacturing company, released their own Hall sensor joysticks, and they are available for pre-order now. Or actually, I think they're for order now. I think they just started shipping batches. And the other one is the one that you hear all the time, and they are right here. These are the Gullikit Hall sensor magnetic joysticks. These are essentially drift proof because there's no moving parts or whatever. I don't particularly care about the anti-drift thing. Supposedly they also have a better feel, and more importantly to me, hopefully they don't click. So I thought it would be fun today if we did a little teardown of the Ayn Odin and did a little repair job. Doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult of a process, so I'll put these aside right now, and we will turn the Ayn Odin off, and we will get started. Alright, so I'm going to take this little deck of cards here. My girlfriend keeps them on hand because she loves to fiddle with decks of cards and stuff. And I'm going to set my, I almost said Steam Deck, definitely not a Steam Deck, the Ayn Odin on top of it so the screen and buttons don't get smushed and scraggled. And then I'm going to grab my itty bitty screwdriver. Brought to you by iFixit. So the Ayn Odin is held together by 4 small Phillips head screws, which we will begin taking apart now. Did I not have the right thing? Oh, that would be embarrassing. Nope, there we go. Maybe I just didn't have the right angle on that first one. Okay, and I will set this over here where I definitely won't lose it. There we go. Let's try you again. There we go. And this would be a lot easier if I was like 3% more competent at doing anything. I haven't done a console take apart for repair since I was in high school. I actually did a teardown of the PSP. I had to replace the screen on a PSP 1000. Cat, go away, please. And we will... Cat. No! No! And now we're back. I did not factor in the technical difficulty of having a cat who likes my desk. Anyway, all 4 screws have been removed from the back of this thing, and now we're working on the part that I dread the most. The only other thing holding this console together are plastic pull tabs. And the recommended way to take anything apart with plastic pull tabs is these little guitar pick separator tools. You can find these on pretty much any repair kit for anything on Amazon, eBay. If you happen to work in automotive repair, you might actually have some plastic pry bar tools. I've used those in a pinch, but how many people who watch this channel are going to be in automotive repair? So let's get the painful part out of the way. The way I have seen other people do this is to take the SD card slot and open that up. Be careful. This is actually the first time I've opened that up because I do not use an SD card. And then I will take my plastic tool and try and get it underneath the shoulder button here. There we go. And then you just get, oop, not like that. Get it underneath there and give her a little twist like that. And there's a pop. And then you just go down the side of the system and continue on. There we go. Whoops. It's going to be a little bit trickier than I thought because I am very ginger with my little handheld consoles. This thing was actually a heck of a thing to get a hold of. I was able to order it no problem, but it got like delayed in shipping and took forever. Let's start going on the other side. And for a while, it looked like I wasn't going to get the freaking thing. Very irritating, very pain in the butt. But I will say, the support team over at Eintech was very, very helpful. Very, very patient. So yeah, if you have any issues with shipping through DHL or Eintech, my advice to you is to head over to their Discord and they'll get you squared away, no problem. These things stress me out so bad. I'm so scared I'm going to actually break one of these things off. Oh, there goes one. There goes another one. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here goes one down the side. Okay. Gentle, gentle. I think all we have left now is the bottom part, which is sweet and also nerve-wracking. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Oh, there's one. Very satisfying when you actually get them. Okay, go down this side. Whoops. I will say, if they hold together as well as they do the second time around, we are going to be in for one heck of a durable device long term. There we go. And can I just yank you? Yes, I can. Okay. And there goes the bottom of the console. And I'm just going to set that over there. Did I not lose? I managed not to lose either the shoulder buttons, which is great, although it's not particularly difficult to put them back on. And our sticks are right here and right here. So I guess the first step is going to be taking off the ribbon cable, which is this little connector right here. I can get that with my fingernail. Yeah. Oops, I dropped my server keys. Okay, I just flip the tab up. And then you yank her out. No problem. And I'll do the same thing on this side. You just flick up the little black tab. Like so. And then what I do is I just pull. Okay? And presumably these are the same screws that hold the back of the console together. I'm hoping it is, because I really, really, really don't want to have to switch screw bits and edit more video. And it looks like they might not be, actually. Oh, no, they are. I just had to put a little bit of chutzpah into it. Okay, are they the same length? I'm just going to put them over here so I don't mistake them. And I don't believe you need to take the caps off of these original sticks to remove them. Okay, we'll cross that bridge here in a second. And yeah, no removal necessary. And are you the one that clicks like a son of a gun? Are you the screw's stuck? No! Here we go. So is this the one that crunches? Yeah, that's the one that crunches like a son of a gun. But yeah, no, I'm like 90% sure these are just straight up or manufactured from the same place that does Switch joysticks, or they are Switch joysticks. So if you don't like how the Switch joysticks feel, the default sticks on the Ayn Odin, and I believe the Retroid Pocket 3 is the same model. If you don't like those, I'm going like these. Set you over there, and then we will remove the ones on the side. Okay, that's one screw. And I actually cannot see the other screw. Is it held down by tape? It is. It is held down by tape. I'm going to be very gentle and pry this off. I'm just going to use my fingies against my better judgment. Or maybe I won't, because I have thick sausagey fingies. So. And there we go. That's stick number 2 taken care of. Alright, so now that all the sticks are removed, now let's just set this over to the side and take a look at the box that the new sticks come in. It's made of cardboard. Let's see. Learn repair skills first before use it. Alright, I think we got that. Alright, let's crack this bad boy open. No, not that way, is there? No, rip it open like a man. There we go. Right, and ooh, it comes with some fancy stick caps. Those are kind of pretty. Won't be using those. Screwdriver, tweezers, stuff I already have. And where are the actual sticks? Hold on. Up. Yep, they are right here. Yep, these are the Gullikit Hall sensor joysticks. Yeah, not too much to say about it. Let's crack this bad boy open. Right. And there they go. Yeah, they're sticks. They look basically identical to the other ones. As far as I can tell, do a little side by side here and see if I can see any kind of difference. They're a little bigger than the original, a little taller, noticeably so actually. They might even be comfortable on my thick sausagey fingies. Alrighty, well then, let's go ahead and move some of this stuff out of my way here, and let's bring the console back in. But first we need to pull off the cap. Hold on, and there they go. And the thumb cap comes off, and there's a little dust cover. You have to be really careful not to lose that, because that is a thin, flimsy piece of rubber. That looks like it's going to be very easy to lose. Put that over there. And now let's bring back the console. Alright, so I'm going to start by putting in the ribbon cable first, because that seems like the easiest way to do this. So we're just going to put the ribbon cable in there. And we'll just go ahead and try and get that tape out of my way. There we go. Alright, now the ribbon cable's in place, the stick's where it needs to be. Let's go ahead and screw her back in. If I can find the right screw. There we go. Alright. And gentle. That's one screw in. And that's one stick down, and we have one left to go. So let's go ahead and pull the cap off of stick number 2, being very mindful not to lose that dust cover again. I'm gonna go ahead and push it down so it doesn't fly off somewhere. And second verse, same as the first. Let's put that ribbon cable in. Gentle, gentle. Oop. And nope, not quite. And I think that ribbon cable's in. Lift the locking tab down. And we might have to move, we might have to hold this one in place. I think this ribbon cable is slightly too long, or I'm incompetent. Both are equally possible here. Let's go get those screws. Come on. There she goes. Alright, one more screw, and we're almost done with this whole process. Beautiful. Right. Screw, 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 screw. And now I think we are ready to just gently clamp the back part of the console back on. I'm not going to bother trying to get it put all the way on yet, because in the event that oh snap, this thing got turned on somehow during that whole process. Oh, let's just turn you back off and hope I didn't break something. Ooh. Okay, and you can see my beautiful face there. Hello. Alright, let's put these caps back on though. Gotta be real careful to get these sticks on, or the caps on just right. So just gently push. There we go. Give it a wiggle. And let's do it again. Alright, that's both sticks installed. Let's go ahead and start putting the thing back together with the plastic pull tabs. Just gently clamp them back together. It's very therapeutic. Just all these little crackly bits. Alright, there's the top done. Move on to the sides, down to the bottom. And alright, and I think she is more or less clamped together. So that's nice. So I guess the next step is to turn this puppy on and get the sticks calibrated. So let's navigate to our settings app and scroll down to the Odin settings thing here. And I've heard that it's better to go to the gamepad test section and not the joystick calibration menu. So if you go to the gamepad test section instead, you can click on your stick, calibrate joysticks, delete the calibration data, go back, calibrate joysticks, and then you just go to the edges, give it a nice wiggle, 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 and keep wiggling, and then the numbers stop, and you are pretty much good to go. Alright, and now we do the same thing for the right stick. We will calibrate joysticks, delete calibration data, calibrate joysticks, and give her a nice wiggle, 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 wiggle. These sticks feel really nice, by the way. They are much more comfortable than the other one. And you can see that we have a full range of motion. So that's pretty darn good, I got to say. They're also slightly larger on the thumbs, which I mentioned earlier, but it's really noticeable once you start playing with it. So, now that we have all of our stuff configured, why don't we play a game or two and see how it feels. So, this is awkward. These Gullikit sticks suck. I've been spending the better part of a week trying to configure these things, and I have just had a hell of a time trying to get them to work properly. I had an issue where when the stick supposedly returned to center, input would continue on, like it was still in the position that that I pushed. I had an issue that's kind of well known with the Odin specifically, because the triggers are also magnetic. I would press the L trigger and it would register a downward input on the left stick. So that was bad. The weirdest issue I had that leads me to believe that my sticks in particular are defective is when I finished calibrating the sticks, I could move the stick directly up, and it would register minus 1.0 on the y-axis, which is absolutely normal. And after a full rotation, when you return to the top, it would go as 0.9. A little weird, but not necessarily a problem. But over the course of a week, this got worse and worse to the point that it would turn into a 0.6, which is, you know, almost a half input. So you couldn't run at full speed in any freaking video game. That part I do believe means that my sticks are defective. However, people say that you can do a whole bunch of tricks to try and get your sticks calibrated correctly. I could never get them to calibrate just right. I tried with the back of the console off so the magnets from the triggers wouldn't interfere. I tried it with the thing on and pushing down the trigger so the magnets would register during the calibration. I tried using a magnet on the stick directly to try and offset it enough to get it to work properly. But it never quite worked right with the default Gullikit sticks. So I can't in good faith recommend the Gullikit sticks for the Odin specifically, and honestly, I'm a little hesitant to recommend them overall because of the issues. That being said, I will admit that the Acnes Amazon store that I bought these from have been super nice. Support's been really nice. They immediately, after seeing the video of the issue I sent them, they're sending me a free set of replacement sticks, so I have nothing but good things to say about the company I bought them from. So what do? Well, you know how I mentioned early in the video that Retroid had some Hall sensor sticks coming out too? Well, they came in the mail pretty soon after I started experiencing issues with the Gullikit sticks, so I said, screw it, let's install those and give them a shot. The install process is literally the exact same as the Gullikit sticks, so I'm not going to rehash all that. Let's look at a little side by side here. I mentioned earlier that the Odin sticks are a little bit smaller than the Gullikit ones, a little bit shorter, but the Retroid sticks over here are pretty much the exact same size as the default Odin stick, so if you like that size of stick, then it is absolutely your jam. They feel a little bit stiffer than the Odin sticks, a little bit more resistive like the Gullikit ones, but other than that, they're more or less the exact same. The one thing I do wish that they would have changed on the, or that they had added on the Retroid sticks is I wish they would let you replace the caps, because I really like the cap on the Gullikit. But that's such a minor problem because, you know, the #1 feature is it actually working. So, anywho, I got those installed and they calibrated right out of the box, no problems. I could calibrate through both the normal calibration screen and the gamepad test screen I tested earlier. And more impressively and more importantly, there is zero interference from the left trigger. So that's friggin' awesome. It's pretty much the perfect Hall sensor stick for the Odin as far as I'm concerned because of that one feature. I've seen so many people on the internet, especially on the Odin Handheld subreddit over the past 2-3 days, talking about how they bought Gullikit sticks and are experiencing problems. And I don't want to come across and say that all Gullikit sticks are bad. It could just be a bad batch going out. And I also don't want to come across as saying Retroid is the absolute perfect stick of all time. There's not a whole lot of information about the sticks out there, which is kind of why I want to put this video out there for anybody who's kind of holding off on buying them. I recommend them based on my experience, but your mileage may vary. I would still wait. But I can't recommend Gullikit at this moment in time. So, now that we have some decent Hall sensor sticks and they seem to be working properly, let's play some video games and see how it turns out. Well, there you have it. The Retroid sticks work, and they work pretty daggone well. No interference from the left trigger, movement's accurate. I have nothing to complain about. Like I said, I'm one person out of the however many people are going to buy these, and that goes for the Gullikit sticks as well. I'm one person who's having issues. But, you know, I would hope that this video reaches the people who are trying to debate whether they should try the Retroid sticks, and personally, I say they're worth risking. Even with the lack of information out there, they're pretty good. I say they're worth trying out. I would also advise waiting on Gullikit until some of these issues are ironed out, and just keep an eye out on everything. Yeah, the Hall sensing joystick technology is still pretty new for all the manufacturers, at least in the console space. So keep your eyes and ears open, but for right now, I'm comfortable enough to say the Retroid sticks are probably worth your time and money. Anyway, that's all I've got. This video went way longer than I meant for it to and covered a lot more than I planned for it to. I really just wanted to test out my camera. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if that's your jam. Comment, yell at me, tell me you like me. Whatever. Anyway, I hope to see you next time.